I'm incredibly passionate about She Runs It and its mission, which is to pave the way for more women to lead at each stage of her career in marketing, media, and tech. I think about the fact that I didn't belong to an organization like this when I started. I really had to find my own way. And to be able to sprinkle that good on so many women at each stage of their career is just amazing. If you look at today, I mean, the CEO of the New York Times, the CEO Americas at Dentsu, the CMO of Logitech, the head of creative strategy for TikTok, the head of customer service at Twitter. I mean, these are powerhouse people in our industry, but they give of themselves because they believe in the power of women as leaders. They want to support those on the rise. And I have the privilege of having these conversations with women like this to really help those who are, in their footsteps to understand how women lead and to understand also it's not a straight line. It's not perfect. These are human beings. They have frailties. And to see them on a stage, these best of the badass bosses, as we call it, just give of themselves and be so open is just a magical experience. That's what I'm so proud of.
I know we just finished. There's a lot to process, but are there some takeaways from today that you would like to share with us?
I thought that it was important to talk about the failures, the things that women don't do, rather than put lipstick on the whole story and say it's all beautiful, it's all easy. I love the fact that Nigel from Logitech talked about the importance of not just performance, but of image. And I love the fact that she was sharing that you have to be out there. You can't just focus on the work. And a lot of women do that. So I love that she did that. I like the stories of vulnerability that Jackie Kelly shared when she talked about the fact that she was taken out for a drink, only to have her boss tell her that they were going to give her a new job, and she didn't want that job. Put the drink down, walked out of the restaurant. I love those stories, that honesty of when people don't necessarily want you to succeed in your role. And these women have found a way to navigate through it and, get right back on track.
And Lynn, finally, when we get together, hopefully in this villa next year at Cannes, what do you hope is progress made for women empowerment, diversity? What do you hope will be the progress made?
That more companies get behind measuring their progress, and that they focus on best practices for creating more inclusive workforces. We have an initiative called Inclusive 100 that anonymously measures where companies are on inclusion, representation, and culture relative to our industry's benchmark that we define as marketing, media, and tech. Not enough companies measure. If you don't, and we don't charge for it, if you don't measure, you don't know where you are. And we have a phrase that what gets measured gets done. We know that DE&I workforces are really, really overworked, and it's not their job to have workforces that reflect the population we serve. It's the leadership's job, and the leadership has to measure. So I would hope that next year at this time, we have a 50% increase in the number of companies that measure their progress, because we can crowdsource best practices and make progress together. This is a problem that's been all of my career. It's existed, and it will remain for decades to come if we don't do something about it seriously. So my hope is that we don't just talk about DE&I, but we measure and act.